Funny Farm was the first movie I ever walked out on.
Like left in the middle?
First movie of my life.
Oh, wow.
So I am in 1988. I am a 19-year-old individual walking the planet. It took me 19 years on the planet to be able to be old enough to go to a movie, buy a ticket on my own, assess the film on its merits, and leave the theater.
Oh, man.
19 years it took me. Okay. Funny Farm was the first one where me and my buddies were looking around like, this is so bad. I don't think.
What was bad about it?
It's just awful. I'll tell you the latest movie, the last movie I ever walked out on. What was the Robert Downey Jr., Zach Galifianakis vehicle?
Due Date.
Susie and I walked out on that. I don't know, the theater. It was in Westwood. And we looked at each other and we're like, what year was this?
2010.
Okay. 2010, Zan, our oldest, was 2. And the times that Susie and I ever had like time to just get help covering to look after the kid at night and just as parents be cool about first-time parents just be cool about leaving our child at home. It was a significant maneuver to leave, to basically say, this is our time. We're going to tap out and go to a movie. But with people who...
Okay, great people in this.
Unbelievable. I know.
Robert Downey Jr.,
yes.
Zach, Michelle Monaghan, Jamie Foxx, Juliette Lewis, Danny McBride, Matt Walsh.
We left.
Todd Phillips directed.
I think that let's do that. Let's call. We weren't expecting to do this, but I think this would be good. Call me with the first movie you ever walked out on in your life, or the latest, one or the other.
Anger Management for me.
Now that one I didn't know.
I'm gonna go
Come
deep
on,
back.
I would not have walked out on that.
Also, we'll say it was the back end of a double dip.
What do you mean? You mean 2 movies in a row?
2 movies in a row.
Oh man, that's significant. You can't say that.
But still, I walked out.
Blade Runner, the original.
Dude, you walked out on that? Mike, you have.
Sorry.
That is a strike.
I know. I like it now, but then it was like, wasn't into that.
You weren't into science fiction?
You
walked out on the Ridley Scott opus?
Yep.
Blade Runner?
And I love Ridley Scott.
Oh, my gosh.
I walked out of Anchorman back in 2005.
Wow.
And then saw it again 6 months later after a couple of beverages. It's now my favorite movie of all time.
Sounds about right.
I don't know. Anchorman sober is still fantastic. I mean, wow.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. It is my favorite movie of all time. Every single line is hilarious. Now, I don't need any beverages. But the first time I did, I needed a couple of beverages.
All right. That's Chad and Boise.
My buddy John Silnick and I, we went to see UHF, Weird Al Yankovic, UHF.
What year was that, Brockman? What did you look that up?
89, he told me.
Okay.
I knew it was 80, but
okay.
89, and we got up about 3/4 of the way through. We're like, we got this is ridiculous. And we had a few beverages with us, so we just decided to take our cans and throw them at the screen on our way out.
Oh my gosh!
We enjoyed that movie so much that it was we could it was.
So you stained the theater's screen? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we were empty. We don't leave those soldiers dry. We dry them out.
Good job,
Pardon me, Brian. I didn't mean to besmirch. Thank you for the call.
No drops on those. We're not going to waste it on Fletch. Or I mean on Weird Al. You know.
Fantastic.
You were talking about movies that you walked out on. The one that comes to mind, I got forced to go see the horrible movie with Kevin Hart, Soul Plane. It was the blackest. I mean, the only thing that was missing was a chicken vending machine and a lottery line. I mean, a purple plane with spinning rims. Really? Oh, my God. It was the worst.
Snoop is the pilot.
I said, I can't take it no more. I had to get up out of there.
Jeff in Detroit walked out on Soul Plane.
Tom Arnold's in that movie.
2004.
Snoop's the pilot. I think the pilot.
Sofia Vergara in that movie.
It was a lot of stars in that movie. Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg. I mean, you had John Witherspoon, but it was just horrible, man.
Only movie ever walked out on back in '98. It was day after Christmas. I had a choice with some friends to either go see The Thin Red Line or Patch Adams. And they wanted to see a feel-good movie. Patch Adams, Robin Williams. He's a funny doctor. He cures comedy with laughter. What they don't tell you is about an hour into the movie, spoiler alert, 21 years later, they murder Monica Potter, the female lead. And I'm sitting there like, what the heck? I wanted to go see a feel-good movie with Robin Williams, funny man.
Yeah.
And you got me murdering a lead character? What is going on here? So, yeah, walked out on that day after Christmas.
You're not going to believe this, but there's a story behind it.
Okay.
It was Forrest Gump. And what happened was my wife and I decided to take our 2-year-old firstborn son, Aaron. And let's just say Aaron was a very active little boy. And half of the movie we spent taking turns chasing him all over the theater. And finally, it just got so bad that we said, that's it, we can't take it.
I'm sure the rest of the people in the theater were thankful of you to finally leave, too,
yeah.
Rick.
But there's a good ending to it.
Yes.
On our way out, the theater manager, who obviously saw what was going on, gave us both vouchers to come back to see Forrest Gump when we could find a sitter or any other movie in the future.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.